Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. I'm really looking forward to doing another reading for you guys today. And today we are looking at what do they think of you? What do others think of you when they see you? And while I want to do a light and entertaining reading, underneath it all, this is really to encourage self-awareness and self-love. Ultimately, others will see you if you see yourself clearly, if you live in your authentic spirit. And I think that's what we're all really striving for, is to be comfortable in our own skin and to be accepted exactly as we are. So, your ascendant sign or your rising sign in your natal chart can give you a lot of information about how you appear to people. And so you might want to look at your natal chart and see which sign you are, because that will tell a lot about how people perceive you. And I'm likely to draw some astrological cards a little later, and we'll see if any of your ascendants come up during the reading. So we have very special stones today that I selected specifically for this reading. And I really want you to pay attention to them and see if any of them draw you in. If not, just go towards the pile that draws you in the strongest. So for pile number 1, we have aquamarine. For pile number 2, we have pink tourmaline. So very special stones. And for pile number 3, we have manganese calcite. And actually the bottom has a bit of a darker color, but it's a milky pink. Okay, so I'm going to go into the grounding breath, prayer, and invocation. Please join me if you would like. With your feet firmly on the ground, connect into Mother Gaia. I ground into Mother Gaia, sending my energy all the way down to her crystalline core. Thank you, Mother Gaia, for keeping me grounded during this reading. Moving up through my heart and out my crown chakra, I connect in with Mother, Father, God, Source itself, asking you to pour your golden divine light through my crown, allowing me to communicate the highest vibrational messages for the collective here today, so they may be guided their highest and best good only. Asking that this reading be guarded and protected over in my space and all of the spaces of the people who are with me today. Thank you so much, and so it is. Let it be done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, everyone. So please go down to the timestamps below and choose your reading, and I look forward to seeing you at that time. Welcome, group number 1. So we are here today to look at what others think of you when they see you. What do others think of you when they see you? So I'm just going to ask the most high Mother, Father, God, Source, and my highest and best spirit guides to please communicate through me to the collective who chose pile number 1. Just give me 1 second, guys. Thank you. Okay. So you chose the first pile with the aquamarine. So as we look at how others view you, we consider the stone that pulled you in. Aquamarine is a very soothing, calming stone, specifically to temper high tempers. So it cools anger and rage. And so the first thing that we get is that you might be somebody who's very tempered, very cool-headed, is not quick to become volatile or quick to anger. And what I'm hearing now is that even if you do feel angry, you don't hold a grudge and you let it go very quickly. And so others may feel safe with you And they may feel as if you can calm their nerves, you can calm their temperament when they're feeling really ramped up. I'm hearing that you're a very good friend. You're a very good friend. Aquamarine also teaches us not to fear change, not to fear change, but to embrace it. And so you might be someone who once upon a time was reluctant to change, but more recently has become bold, I'm hearing. I'm hearing emboldened to change, and that people have seen you transform, which I believe is related to this first card, which I'll turn over in a moment. I did see the cards before, just so you know. And so aquamarine really does bring flow whilst moving through profound changes in your life. So I'm just going to turn over the first card here, this primary card, because it moves into what Spirit is talking about now. Yes, so we have this beautiful butterfly here and rebirth. So what I'm getting is that people may see that you have reinvented yourself in some way, that you have changed course, and I'm hearing that you've inspired others to look at their own lives and see where they might make a change. A lot of people do want to go in a new direction, but they feel scared and they feel concerned about how others will judge them. And what I'm getting is that you have come in much more into your own, and you have a sense of self-assurance that is very inspiring to people. And when they look at you, they ask, how did he or she do that? How did they do that? How did they reinvent themselves? And they really find you admirable. And specifically because you seem to have been through so much, and you utilized your challenges and you transmuted that energy into power rather than sinking into a sense of weakness or a sense of victimhood. And this has really enlightened people, I'm hearing, enlightened people around you. So when people see you, they see somebody who has fully transformed themselves and is so much more beautiful as a result. So I'm hearing that people are actually more attracted to you. I'm hearing like moths to a flame. And so you might actually attract people who are not yet in their transformative stage, maybe just at the precipice of that. And they're really looking to you to get some guidance. And again, I'm hearing you're a very good friend in that respect. I'm also seeing what my guides are showing me is that you're not somebody who necessarily talks that much, right? And even the stone aquamarine resonates with the throat chakra. And I was clearing my throat a lot before this first reading, and I was wondering what that was about. But Spirit is showing me right now that when people see you, they see somebody of substance, so that when you speak, it's meaningful and people really want to hear what you have to say. You're a very good listener, and you're also a very good observer. So people sometimes wonder when they see you, like, what are they thinking? You seem to have, like, I'm hearing the wheels turning in your mind. Like you're always thinking, and you're a bit of a mystery, it seems like, to people. A little bit of a mystery, and that creates this intrigue, I'm hearing. Yeah, like they're just showing me, like, if you're at like a party or you're at someone's hosting a dinner at their home, and I just see you and you're sort of looking around the room, and you have this power in the space that you hold for yourself, and you might catch someone's eyes as you're scanning the room and hold their gaze for a moment, and they smile at you, and they smile in such a way that they're kind of wondering, what are they thinking? What are you thinking? You have this intrigue about you, but it's warm. It's not intimidating. It's lovely, but very interesting to people. And so when you start to talk to somebody, I'm hearing that people are just really interested in what you have to say. I'm also hearing that you have a very unique style, and people are always interested in what you're going to wear. Um, Yeah, it's very unique, very unique. And you don't seem to be all that curious about what people think about you. But it's not bravado, it's not arrogance, it's just this quiet confidence that you have. And again, it 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 turns people's heads is how I'm seeing it. It's very interesting. You hold a lot of weight when you walk into a room. People notice you when you walk into the room. Your energy signature is wide, it's big, but it's not loud. Again, quiet confidence is a great term for whoever was attracted to this pile for you. Yeah. And you have a lovely warmth about you. Yeah, so even though you're cooling other people's temper, you cool other people's temper with your warmth, is how I'm seeing it. And so I'm seeing I'm seeing you talking to someone at this get together, and you gently put your hand on that person's shoulder, and you extend this confidence through touch as well. You have a very confident way of touching people. So it's very warm and at ease. And people feel, um, how do I describe this? They feel, I'm hearing the word worthy, but like, Spirit, can you help me with the words here? You have a gentleness about you, and they can actually feel your energy from your hand as you place it gently on someone's shoulder or even on the top of their back, um, or even when you tap them when you're like laughing. Um, I think that a lot of people would like to be touched more, as strange as that sounds. And I'm certainly not encouraging anyone to go touch people, but as weird as that sounds, but if you know what I mean, I'm being very sort of I don't know how to say light in how I'm describing this. It's a very natural exchange between two people, and people just enjoy your light touch. Is how I'm seeing it. But take that as it resonates, please. It's only meant in the highest vibration. They're showing me like almost like as if you had rays off of your body. Like your auric field is so powerful, and people are just profoundly affected just by being in your presence, because you hold like a lot of light. You hold a lot of light. Um, mm, yeah, I keep hearing Aquarius. Okay, so I want to get into a few cards. I was guided very much to sort of spend the first few moments just channeling some messages there. And now I'm just trying to figure out which deck to pull from. Okay, let's get a few keywords from the Gemstone Oracle. By the way, this is the Spirit of the Animal Oracle. Okay, let's see what else. What else do others notice about group number one? What do they think? What do they see? What do people notice about you? Let's see. Spirit, show us very clearly, please. Okay. Wow, lovely. So we have intuition. That totally goes with the vibe I was just seeing. Okay. And balance. Interesting. Okay. So I think it's interesting that for this card, it says intuition and you. So in this deck, there's usually the name of the stone beneath it, but instead it says the word you. And this says very much to me that you, again, validation about your self-confidence, and that your intuition is not out on the world stage. It's very much, again, that quiet confidence. It's further validation of that. People do sense that you have very strong insight. And I think that's why some people are both drawn to you, but also sometimes a little bit, it's not intimidation, because they said it wasn't intimidation, but a little bit like they might keep their distance because they may not want you to read them. And so the way that they're showing me with, presumably this is selenite, no, that looks maybe like quartz. They're pointing me in this direction. So like when you are reading people, that was a slip actually. I meant to say when you see people, it feels as if you're reading them. And it's not by intention. You're just naturally an analytical person. So you're not trying to analyze people. You just tend to see people and you see them clearly. And you might look right through them in a way, and people will sense this about you. And I just am noticing this purple on this side right here. And it's very much about your higher senses. The purple and the blue is sort of, the third eye and the crown chakra. People are very aware of the fact that you're a very intuitive, very insightful person. And so you're somebody who can read people like a book, and people know it. And so if somebody is genuinely attracted to you, they're probably going to be someone who's a bit more in their power. You might attract people who feel a sense of weakness because they want to learn from you and on a lower vibrational energy glom onto you and take your energy. But I feel like you've advanced in this rebirth card to a period of time in your life where you're no longer attracting that vampiric energy because you're so much more in your power. Now, interestingly, the way that they're showing this balance with the magnetite, that's interesting because I was going to say earlier that you magnetize people to you because you have that energy that they were showing me from your auric field, that you really have this dialectic, I think might be this polarizing experiences within you, but it's balance where you're very grounded but still very connected to your intuition and your deeper insights. So the way that they were showing you to me earlier is that when people see you, you're able to be really at ease. You put people at ease, right, with the aquamarine, and you're very grounded. You've got this lovely balance about you. And at the very same time, you can hold a very profound conversation. People know that when you speak, you're going to say something profound, something interesting, and you're very connected. So depending on who you're talking to, I'm hearing the word chameleon, that you can adjust your energy and your energy signature to the people that you're talking to. This is a very unique skill that you have, and people are in a bit of a state of awe when they see you sort of towing that line. So if you're speaking to somebody who's a little bit more, let's say, salt of the earth, somebody who jokes a lot and kind of speaks about the everyday things, you can go right there with them, and it's very authentic and it's lovely. It's a lovely, humorous, fun exchange. And at the very same time, when somebody is sort of confiding in you about something a little bit more serious, you can actually go right into the heart. They're showing me the center of this Merkaba here as the heart center. You could move very quickly into the heart, and it feels very warm and very loving and very soothing. And that's that idea of you being a very good friend and people feeling really comforted and a sense of connection when they're talking with you and when they're sharing with you. And then on a whole other level, you might communicate with somebody and they may feel like you're reading their mind. I just heard, like you read their mind, you can see their soul. And as a result of talking to you, they know themselves better and they become inspired in some profound way. Now, what Spirit just alerted me to was the number 45 on this card and the number 72 on this card. So we have 2 9s on the table. Now, we are in a year 9 with 2025. And so they're saying that for you guys, people are really seeing your transformation underway over the course of this year. So your intuition and your connection with the higher realm is actually noticeable to people. Because the year 9 is a profound year of transformation. We're even being told that we're coming out of, what is it, a 12,000 year? Don't quote me on that. You might want to look that up. But I think it's a 12,000 Kali Yuga cycle, which is sort of the shadow let's say, tumultuous time on the planet, and now we're going into a more exalted cycle. And I'm seeing that like you represent that to people, like what they see forthcoming or what they want to embody more in themselves. You are embodying that transformative, high vibrational energy. And again, I'm hearing the word awe, that people are a bit awestruck by what you've been able to achieve in this period of time. I'm also hearing that some of you might be a life path number 9 and even a life path number 10, which is the number of completion. Yeah. Now, I feel like I want to get some characteristics. Like, how do people see you, like, characteristics wise, like appearance wise? Appearance wise is what I'm trying to get at. So let's get from the Astra deck. I'm wondering what's going to come up. Ooh, that just fell out. Can we get anything more for group number 1? What else do people notice or see for group number 1? This one? Yes. Okay. Now that's so interesting. I should have said it. I heard Scorpio earlier, which resonates with intuition, one of the more intuitive signs. So I will say, Scorpios, the way that they can come across is, again, very mysterious. Let me just show this to you. And again, we have that lovely blue here, okay, because Scorpio is a water sign. So you might be a water sign, or in particular, you might be a water ascendant, okay, which is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, or you might be an Aquarius ascendant or rising sign. Okay, so Scorpios can be very mysterious. Scorpios are not what you see is what you get, not at all. And while I do feel like this group is not totally Scorpio energy, where there's a mystery to the extent that people misread them entirely, I did feel earlier, and I think we mentioned that there is something mysterious about you that's quite alluring. I'm hearing the word alluring now. Scorpios in the ascendant, so how you see how you're viewed by others, is often very attractive. Scorpio risings can be very attractive. So that might be one of the ways that people see you. I just heard caught in your web, and they're saying that that's in a positive sense, so that when people feel like when you give space and time to people, people may feel like, again, the word enamored is coming up, like it's just you and them, and they just feel mesmerized by you. Yeah. I just heard that you might have really lovely skin, and that there's some dynamism I'm hearing about your eyes. I don't know if you have like crystal blue eyes, but you have like these really magnetizing eyes, I'm hearing. Yeah. Very cool. And then we have 51, the conjunction. So if any of you know astrology, the conjunction is when two astral bodies or planetary bodies are very, very close to each other with a certain degrees. And when they're close to each other, they energize one another. So with a conjunction, and even with the word alliance, I'm hearing that people feel that you are on their side. That's how I'm hearing it. That the way people see you is like somebody who, like, when you're a friend of theirs or a colleague or even a family member, they really feel like you've got their back. Now, on an energetic level, what I'm seeing is that when you are close to people, you actually energize them. And that's what they were showing me at the beginning with like rays coming off of your body. Like, people don't know it fully, but they feel it. They feel like they grow just by being around you. And I'm hearing that this is both energetically, emotionally, so not both, not just energetically, but also emotionally, because I'm seeing someone's heart expand in your presence. And then they showed me mentally, which might be the Aquarian energy there, Aquarius being an air sign, that when you're around people, they really expand energetically through the heart, and also how they think about the world. So you might help expand people's consciousness and look upon the world in very unique, and I'm hearing innovative ways. Again, Aquarius being one of the most innovative signs. Very interesting. Now, I want to get into just a few tarot cards. I was going to make this reading about 20 minutes, but I'm going to extend it because I feel like I'm really getting a sense of your energy, and I want to get a little bit more because this feels really cool to be in your energy, you guys. And they're telling me one more. Okay, so we'll get like a story here. This one? Okay. Let's see what we have. We have the Death card, which resonates with Scorpio. Okay. We have, ooh, the Empress. Lovely. And finally, we have the Seven of Rods or the Seven of Wands. Interesting. So I feel like this further validates what we've talked about. Okay, with Death on the card, with Death on the table here, again, resonating with Scorpio, we are seeing a card of reinvention, of rebirth. Resonates again with your primary card here. You're somebody who I'm hearing has birthed himself or herself over and over and over again. You have reinvented yourself over and over and over again. And the way Spirit is showing this to me is as if when people think they know you, you do something new. You start again. And I'm hearing someone might be a Gemini or a Gemini rising here with this reinvention energy. Yes, I think that people can't quite pin you down. They don't quite have you pegged, I'm hearing. That every time they come across you, it's like you're like a new person again. And people just, yeah, they're in a state of admiration, is how I'm hearing it. Now, with the Empress card here, they're saying actually to do the Seven of Wands first. Okay, so the Seven of Wands feels very related to the conjunction card here. So these two feel very related on either side here, which is often how the spread comes out in my readings. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that beautiful synchronicity there. So with the Seven of Wands, I'm seeing that you defend your loved ones to the end. You are a very loyal person and people know it. I'm hearing that, this actually is making me feel really emotional, you guys. I'm hearing that people feel very lucky to have you in their lives. And I'm tearing up when I'm saying that, because as I sense into that energy, it's like, I'm hearing people say like, wow, how did I get so lucky that I have this person, you, in my life? Yeah. So I'm seeing that I'm hearing the words ride or die, that you are loyal to the end. And Scorpios are really loyal until you cross them, but they're very, very loyal. Yeah, and that you will defend them you will defend them to the death, to the end. You will defend them to the end. Yeah. And you've just got this power behind you. Like, you don't need to yell to defend. You just show up, and they're showing me somebody with like a very strong chest, signifying the strength that you bring when you are defending someone. And I'm hearing that you're very honorable, and people really appreciate your loyalty and honor in their relationship with you. Yeah. I'm also seeing that you might be physically strong or physically fit, and this is also very attractive about you. And now with the Empress energy, talk about power in the divine feminine. So you might consider yourself a divine masculine, but with the Balance card here, you might be somebody who really embodies both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, which makes you just very powerful. So with the Empress here, you're somebody who really sits in their own energy and takes up space in a way that is, again, not harsh, not pushy, but just, here I am. And you don't need to ask for permission, and you don't need to push to take up space. I'm just hearing you are. You are. And that might mean that some of you are Aries rising, right? Because of the I am consciousness in the solar plexus chakra, and there is solar plexus energy and some sacral chakra energy here. Being in your power like that is your solar plexus, right? I just saw somebody with a belly ring. I don't know if any of you guys have a belly ring, but that's very attractive to someone. But there's a lot of strength in the abdomen, both energetically and physically. So you guys are really in your power, and that is very attractive and what people immediately notice about you. And as I say what people notice about you, I notice the time, and now I have to wrap the reading. Well, you guys, I really hope that you resonated with something in this reading, because I found it super enjoyable and lovely to be in your energy. And I feel really blessed to have read for this group. You guys are powerful and amazingly balanced, interesting, magical, mystical group. So please, if anything resonated, let me know in the comments, because I love connecting with you guys. I can't tell you how much I love that. And if you feel so inclined, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It would be a great gift to me. Okay, you guys, until next time, sending you so many blessings and so much love as always. Take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. So, we are looking at what others think of you when they see you. What do they notice about you? So you were attracted to the second pile with this beautiful pink tourmaline. So pink tourmaline helps heal scars from past trauma, especially past relationships and let's call dysfunctional relationships, okay? And ultimately helps you come back to self-love. So what people might notice about you is that you found your strength when it comes to past relationships. You got yourself out of difficult experiences perhaps, and you came out so much stronger on the other side. And they're really in a state of admiration for what you've been able to achieve in this regard. I'm seeing that someone's ex actually might really have that sense of admiration for you after you've broken up, seeing how you've recovered, seeing how you set boundaries that maybe while you're in the relationship you were not able to do. And they really see, wow, you were able to reestablish yourself and ground yourself and anchor into your personal power. And I'm sensing like your ex is really feeling this sense of admiration. What's interesting is that pink tourmaline is also considered an aphrodisiac. So you might be somebody who is highly attractive, and while they're not showing me physically right now as the primary message, although certainly many of you might be very physically attractive, we'll get into the reading and see if that comes up. But what I'm seeing is that people just energetically feel attracted to you. Because you are more in a state of self-assurance and self-love, you naturally attract high vibrational people to you. And what I want people to take away from these readings most of all is that people will see you in alignment with how you see yourself. And the greatest gift that you can give yourself is cultivating self-love. You will attract love, and you will attract high vibrational people and circumstances more and more as you trust yourself and love yourself more. Okay? All right. So let's get into it. The first card is freedom. Beautiful. So very interesting as it relates to the pink tourmaline here. So it looks like some of you have really extracted yourselves from traumatic experiences, I'm also hearing traumatic memories. So maybe some of you have been through therapy, and people have really noticed your capacity to regulate your emotions and to feel more steady on your feet. So it's almost as if like people might have expected you, I'm hearing to like, I hope this is okay to say, but it's what I'm hearing, to like fly off the handle, but you don't do that anymore. It's like you're much more steady now and much more calm. And people are noticing that about you. And they're feeling safer and calmer in your presence. And really, I'm hearing that people are learning from you through your own transformed path. Spirit, please tune me into the collective that came for pile number 2, please. Let me just get your energy, you guys. I want to get it really clearly. Okay, so they're showing me somebody who's writing in a journal. I'm hearing that you guys are very interested in building your self-awareness, which is what they had just mentioned. You might be writers. I'm seeing like the Hermit card, but it's not so much like turn inward. It's that you use your time alone to intuit, right? To get to know yourself better. I'm hearing also to manifest. I'm hearing that you might be very poetic. I'm hearing that some of you have a very soothing voice. I'm hearing like somebody hum while you're writing. I don't know if you're writing music or you're just writing and you're humming at the same time, but I'm hearing the word melodic. You have a very melodic voice. And I'm just seeing you like stop for a moment and thinking and then writing again. And you have this, it's like you're at this stage in your life where you're just very interested in yourself and you're interested in expanding your consciousness and expanding your perspective of your life. And this is being noticed by people in such a way that like, let me just tune into this for a second. Like, I just want to say, like, what's hard about tuning into this energy is that I don't see people around you right now. You might keep to yourself a bit. I'm finding that people might have a hard time reaching you, like as if you're in a time in your life where you're trying to go inward a bit more. And I'm hearing find your grounding. I'm hearing that the freedom that you're beginning to experience is within your own psyche, I'm hearing, in your own mind, and then in your own heart, in that order. So you might have a bit of an analytical mind, not deeply, but definitely an analytical mind. And it feels like I'm hearing the word humility, that you have cultivated more humility through the experiences that you've had. And I'm hearing that people are noticing a quieting effect within you, which might be nice in some respects, where they are witnessing you taking better care of yourself and going inward more. But I am sensing for some of you that people are finding that you're hard to reach. And they're showing it to me in 2 different ways. They're saying one, like tangibly, like trying to text you or call you, but you don't immediately text back, you don't immediately call back. And then there's this other element where like you might seem a bit far away when people are trying to communicate with you. And it's not, they're showing it to me like it's not willful, or you're not, I'm trying to get the right word. You're not trying to be rude or anything. And people don't take it to be rude. They just sense that maybe you're a little bit far away, like in your mind. You're not fully here. And I think sometimes people are a bit worried about you, if I'm to be honest about the energy I'm tapping into. They can't quite read you. And I think people are prone to worry when they can't quite read someone. But there might not be something to worry about. And I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. I think that it's just that maybe previously you would sort of entertain, maybe put on a mask to be well received by people. And you're not really doing that anymore, but you're also not fully in a moment of outward expression, let's say. You're a bit reserved, is how I'm seeing it. Yeah. And this is not a bad thing. This might just be a period where you're just going inward and really just, yeah. I just heard Nora Jones. I have not heard that singer in the longest time. I don't know if any of you are listening to Nora Jones right now. If so, this reading is probably most certainly for you. But I'm hearing that sort of raspy, gentle music in the background. And this might also be denoting your energy. We're kind of like in this ethereal, poetic, um, I would say just verging on melancholic, but not so fully, just a little bit in your feels. I'm putting quotes up, right? These days, and sort of, I'm just seeing like water, like a little bit in your emotions these days. Yeah. Which is just, it feels lovely. It doesn't feel problematic at all. And that, I think people are wondering what you're up to. If I were to ask, what are people thinking about you? I think they're wondering what you're up to because they don't see very much of you anymore. Yeah. But you seem very content listening to music. I just saw a cat walk into the room. I don't know if any of you guys have cats, but you seem quite content alone with your animals. As I'm seeing, I just saw a fish tank. Maybe some of you have fish. Yeah. And I'm hearing like the bubbling of the, sorry, I just hit my mic. I'm hearing like I don't know if it's the bubbling or like the engine, or I don't know. I don't have fish, but I don't know much about aquariums, but I'm hearing like that whir of whatever. It might be the filter actually of an aquarium. I'm hearing that in the background. Yeah. Yeah, your environment just seems really lovely, very homey. And I do get the sense that when people are with you, they do feel nurtured. Like when you are present, you seem, I'm hearing the word kapha, which in Ayurvedic medicine is like the quintessential mama or papa energy. It's like you seem like very loving energy. And I feel like once upon a time, people might have not felt that fully from you because you were a little bit lost. Oh, okay. So they're showing me like your journey a little bit. Like before, you might have been a little bit out of your power, and you might have been in a relationship or a connection where you lost yourself a little bit. And you were giving of your heart so much to the extent where like it almost feels like you ran dry. Yeah. And now, like, you're not in that relationship anymore or in connection with those friends that were sort of glomming onto you and taking your energy, but you were willingly giving it. Spirit is showing me with all due respect. And now it feels like your heart is full again. And I'm hearing round, like your energy is like rounded out where you take up more space. Um, and it feels very much like you're just in your own energy now, and like you're just rocking that, you're loving that, and people sort of know that. So even though they can't reach you, they know that like you're cultivating like more of like self-love, more grounding, more connection, more emotional balance. And I think that people have a lot of respect for you in that. But I do feel like some people in your life miss you, if that makes sense. Okay? Ooh, okay. I just opened my eyes. I really went deep into your energy there. Very lovely, you guys. Um, with this, they just alerted me to this baby horse on this card. It does feel, I'm hearing the word nubile, like you're birthing yourselves again. And I feel like you're still, I'm hearing incubation, like you're in the incubation period before you reemerge. So it almost feels like I'm hearing getting your sea legs, like you're just getting um, your footing, the way a baby horse may take a little time to get their footing. And then you will sort of rejoin your friend groups, may get back out there, as it were. But it feels like you're just really in a state of self soothing right now. Okay. That's what I just got. All right. Let's go into the gemstone oracle and see what else we can pick up on you guys. I know this is a lot of more like insular energy, and you guys really want to know how other people think of you and see you. So we're going to try to tap in a bit more But it does seem like some of you guys have been keeping a bit more to yourself. Okay, let's see. What does group number 2 need to know about how others think about them, see them, and what others notice about them, with the intention to build accurate self-awareness? Okay, beautiful. We got transformation, you guys, with the amethyst scepter. Beautiful. Look at all this purple here. You know, group number 1 also had transformation, but not this card in their primary card. So in my readings recently, the groups were highly related. So I think I'm just attracting a group of souls that are going through similar things. So I feel like you can't go wrong with whatever group you choose. Crossroads, very interesting. And also in group number 1, we had purple and brown. Okay, so this is very interesting, you guys. Transformation. So this definitely resonates with the first card of freedom and a greater purpose calling you, a greater purpose calling you. So you guys have definitely been through some, hold on, Spirit is telling me how to word this. I'm hearing a pivotal change on your path, a pivotal change on your path. And I'm hearing now it was destined. It was destined. So they're telling me, wow, I just got chills when I just said that. I'm hearing that there was some kind of, it was some kind of crossroads, actually. I'm hearing a fork in the road recently where there was a sharp turn. I'm getting a lot of downloads for you guys. So something shifted quite dramatically in your life. And it might have been the shift in this relationship that they were referring to. It could have been a loss, I'm hearing, a loss of a loved one, a loss of a loved one, which could be a human or an animal. And this sort of catapulted you into this transformative space. And in this transformative space, I really felt like you went inwards in some profound fashion. Yes. What else, Spirit, about this transformative spirit? I'm seeing that somebody had like a major change in their style, like you might have cut off all your hair. I'm seeing someone having shaved their beard. I'm also seeing like getting some kind of piercing at this juncture in your life where it like marked like a piercing. I'm seeing a piercing on the top of someone's ear. And I'm also seeing a tattoo on the back of someone's right shoulder, although sometimes I see it as the mirror image, so it could be your left shoulder. But I'm seeing that there was some kind of physical change. So it could be, it could be like this haircut, this piercing, or this tattoo that marked this crossroads in your life where something sort of had like something in your life was like a sharp turn left, I'm hearing. So that was very challenging and created like this kind of like, they're giving me like Uranus energy, like shock and awe to your system that catapulted you on a new path. I'm seeing in this on the screen of my mind NDE, or near death experience, and this I'm sure is only for a select 1 or 2 of you at best. Please let me know in the comments if that is you. It would be an honor to be in your presence if you had that experience and your soul was like, nope, I'm not ready to go, I'm coming back. Bless you if that's you. But I'm seeing, with the 10 here, there was some kind of completion there, and you sort of came back to life, like you came back to life. And I'm seeing like this soul expansion as a result of whatever you went through. Okay, now they're showing the crossroads to me a little bit different. So some of you might have gone through this transformation and you've gone inward and you have like embodied more of your sense of freedom in your own spirit, in your own soul. Like if I were to attach a word to a horse, I would call it spirit freedom. Like that's how I would embody the energy of the horse. Spirited freedom or spirit freedom. That would be a lovely name for a new YouTube channel. Spirited freedom. So it feels like this new purpose is calling you guys. And how other people are seeing you in this respect is very much about you embodying more of your authentic spirit. And it's very, let me get the adjective from spirit, please. I'm hearing the word impression, like you're making a profound impression on people by what you've been through, how you've transformed, and how you embody more of the freedom of your very spirit. And I think people are seeing that you are at a crossroads in your life. People are noticing that and they're wondering, like, what are you going to do next? And I'm hearing that they trust that whatever you choose, I'm hearing it's going to be magnificent. Unusual word there, but that's what spirit just put in my mind. Like, like, like group number one, they had a lot about reinventing themselves. This is more like a previous life and now a new life, as opposed to many reinventions. Like you're closing the door on some profound chapter in your life, and a whole new one is just beginning to unfold. And they just showed me the Fool card in my mind's eye, and we're going to actually pull from the tarot a little bit later. But people are noticing that you're at a crossroads. Are you at a crossroads right now? I'm wondering to you. And it feels like people are, I'm hearing, weighted with bated breath. Wow. I'm hearing that you have a significant place in other people's lives, and they're kind of watching what you're going to do next, because you've got this tremendous power about you that when you take your next step, when you make profound decisions in your life, it has a profound effect on the people around you. Yeah, I'm hearing that you help incite change for the people around you. That's very powerful energy, you guys. Okay, now I want to go into the Astro deck because I just realized what the time was here. We don't have that much time. And I want to kind of get what people notice about you. What do they see when you walk into a room? What do people notice about you? Okay, let's get some more tangible characteristics here. Okay, those two. Let's see. So first we have 11th house community. You know, that's so interesting given how much like hermit energy and insular energy we have here. We have this group of horses here. So I do feel like you guys do have good friends. Good friends doesn't mean that you have many. You don't have to have many, although it does seem like on the table here, we do have 11th house is like a lot of people. It's like your community, your networks, your sort of second order and third order friends, okay? It is your community. So I do feel like there are people waiting on you. There are people waiting for you to reemerge because they miss you. I think they mentioned that earlier, okay? But you do have some really true friends who don't want to lose you, so that even if you're keeping more to yourself, you definitely have tried and true friends or a friend group perhaps that really get excited to see you. You're somebody that when you go out for dinner, it's like, oh my God, you know, horses here, whatever your name might be, you know, you are here and people get very excited. And I'm seeing like almost like these horses in this 11th house energy, like they get up and they give you hugs and they're like, hey, how you doing? So like I'm hearing you bring a breath of fresh air when you come into the room. You bring a breath of fresh air. People are interested in you. They feel good around you. I'm seeing the sun card, which is really lovely. Like you bring this breath of fresh air, this light, this lovely energy, and you just like ease into the group. You know, I don't know if any of you were ever in like a fraternity or sorority and you're reconnecting with them, because I just saw like a reunion of some sort with a group of people from like college, maybe high school, but it looks more like college to me. Yeah, let me know if any of you guys are reconvening with like old friends. Because, yeah, I just heard out of the woodwork, out of the woodwork. So it feels like some of you are like reconnecting with old friends and like they haven't seen you in a really long time. So previously they said some people have missed you, and that might be because you're not so available and you don't answer your phone that much. But it also may be because literally some people have not seen you in a really long time and you are reconnecting. with them, or they are reconnecting with you. Okay? Yeah. And then we have Gemini. I don't know if I mentioned Gemini earlier, but I heard Gemini earlier. Okay. And now they're alerting me to the number 3 here and the number 3 here, which is the third house. Okay. Which is Mercury, which rules Gemini. So we've got a lot of third house energy here. So what people might notice about you is that you have a lot of interesting things to say. You might, did we say earlier that you had a melodic voice? I think that was this group. Sorry, I get lost a little bit in the readings, but yeah. So it feels like when you speak, people like feel really good. They like to hear what you say. You don't bring a lot of heaviness, but what you say is interesting. It's lighthearted. It's fun. I'm hearing that people really feel like you have a great personality. Yeah, a great personality. And with the cross pollinate here, I see you like at a dinner table with your friends, and I see you like going from person to person to catch up. And it feels like you make people feel really special when they're in your presence. Like you don't forget about anyone. And I think that's also what the community card shows us here is like you really let people feel seen and heard. Seen and heard. Yeah. Okay. I'm just moving along here because I want to just get to just a few tarot cards here just to get a little bit more of the energy for group number 2. Let's get a little bit more of the energy for group number 2. And this one and this one. Okay, let's see what we have here. 9 of Pentacles. So single, ready to mingle. So we did talk about this stone being an aphrodisiac. So for some of you who are looking for love, it's very possible that you are looking very attractive to people now and very single in a very positive way. So some of you might be coming upon a romantic partner, you might be attracting people, you might be getting calls. People might notice that you're looking super attractive recently. Yeah. So like I feel like once you reemerge to your community and to your friends, people are going to be like, damn, whoever you are, boy, girl, like you look awesome. And I really feel like you've been taking much better care of yourself. I'm seeing somebody who has recently been like getting a lot more rest or taking naps in the afternoon. And this is making your skin look really radiant. I just heard the word radiant. Yeah, okay. Then we have the 9 of Cups. Wow. So we have 2 9s on the board, which can really indicate, again, that you're on the precipice of some kind of major change, right? Where you're closing out one really big cycle and starting a new one. The 9 of Cups is really kind of like a wish fulfillment card and does resonate with the 9 of Pentacles. Very possible that you guys are looking attractive or maybe starting a new relationship with somebody. I'm hearing that someone has their eye on you, that there's a particular person that has their eye on you. And I think earlier in the reading, they mentioned like an ex kind of looking at you like, wow, look at you, you're in your power. That's very 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay. And now I'm seeing another person coming in and saying the same thing with interest as a love interest. So that's pretty cool. And then finally, look at that, you guys. You can't make that up. I said earlier that they showed me the Fool card in my mind, and there we have it. We have the Fool card. So you're definitely at a precipice in your life, quite literally, as the Fool is standing on a precipice. You don't see it in this card, but some of you may know the Fool is actually standing on a precipice and whole new beginnings, feeling a sense of freedom, just like your primary card here. So you guys are definitely at the beginning of some major sort of change in your life, and people are noticing and they're so excited for you. And they're just sitting in wait to see what you're going to do, like they said earlier, with bated breath, because whatever you choose, it's going to be something pretty awesome. And whilst you are making this change, I do see that your friends are coming back into the fold, your community is coming back into the fold, and very possibly love. So with that, you guys, I want to send you guys so many blessings and so much love. I hope something resonated in this reading for you. If it did, please like the video, let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take good care. Welcome, group number 3. So today we are looking at what others think of you. What do they think of you when they see you? What do they notice about you? Okay, what's on their mind? So you're attracted to the third pile with the manganese calcite. Very lovely stone. So we're going to reveal the first card and then we're going to get into the stone. So we have the Swan card, Grace. Really beautiful card. So manganese calcite is very clearly a very gentle stone. It's very soothing. Okay, and now with the swan, with the word grace, you guys might have, I'm hearing the word purity, a purity about you. I'm hearing the word lovely, sweet, soft energy about you. And you might actually look this way. You might appear very graceful. I just heard that somebody may be a ballet dancer or dance ballet when they were young, but you have a very soft, lovely energy. I'm seeing that when people see you, they might be slightly intimidated by you because you're quite beautiful, physically and energetically. That it's almost like I'm hearing like a porcelain doll, like something behind glass that they don't want to touch. I'm hearing glass skin also. You might have really beautiful skin. But I'm seeing that I'm seeing somebody who is very beautiful, but very loving and gentle, and very loving and very gentle. And I think that people misread you when they first see you. I'm seeing, with all due respect, and if this doesn't resonate, that's fine. But the first thing I'm seeing is that people might misread that you are cold or standoffish. But when they meet you, they're completely surprised by how warm and loving you truly are. And this is no fault of yours. This is just other people's egos or subjectivity, and that's okay. It's good that people can be surprised from time to time. Now, with the manganese calcite, this stone really helps bring forth emotional expression. And so you seem to be somebody who's very heart-centered. And what people notice is that when they're around you, they feel warm. I'm hearing the fuzzies, the fuzzies. So you might attract a lot of people, but the fuzzies in the heart is not like butterflies in the stomach. It feels more like they feel soothed by your presence. They feel soothed by your presence, I would say. And it feels very much like you help awaken other people to their heart center, is how I'm hearing it. You help awaken other people to their heart center. Now, this group feels very special to me. I feel that you don't just embody heart chakra energy, but the manganese calcite really awakens divine love, divine love. So I think part of the reason why you might appear so attractive to people is because you hold a lot of your personal divinity, which is the unconditional love, the universal unconditional love, which is very special, very, very special. And I think a lot of people see you as somebody embodying this energy that they only dream of having. Okay? Let me tune into your energy like I did with the other groups. Okay, just give me one moment here. Please tune me into the energy of group number 3, Spirit. Thank you. Okay. So I'm hearing, what is her name? Audrey Hepburn. They're giving me the energy of Audrey Hepburn. And I don't mean from her personal life, but how she was viewed. Again, that porcelain doll energy. And this can be from masculines as well, where you have this this loveliness about you, but it feels a bit out of reach, a little bit untouchable. So as they're showing me your energy, I'm seeing you walking down the street, and they're showing me almost like Mary Poppins energy now, where like butterflies are around you, and I also just heard dragonflies and little birds. I'm seeing, yeah, little birds at your feet and flying around you, and I'm just hearing you giggle. So you might be somebody who people notice that you have a very special relationship with animals, like really unique, like really special. And it's because you hold this divinity. I'm seeing that people notice that you have this very high vibration. I don't know if they would put it that way, but again, it's this untouchable energy that you seem like somebody that people might observe but may not feel brave enough to approach, if that makes sense. But you're very nice and you're very kind, but I do think that people misread you. Yeah. Hmm. I'm hearing the word purity again. So you might appear younger than your age to people. Younger than your age for sure, I'm getting. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of dark hair. Dark hair, yeah. I'm hearing the word mane, Mane, and it seems like you guys might have like really beautiful hair or really thick hair that people notice. I just saw the bottle of uh uh what is that called? Olaplex. When I'm doing readings, I can't think clearly, but it's that product that really like makes your hair super shiny. Yeah, they're just giving me that vibe, like your hair is just beautiful, like a lion's mane. Yeah. And I just heard Leo. I don't know if any of you are Leos or Leo risings, because your rising sign really denotes how you appear to people, but I just heard Leo there. Mm-hmm. But like a soft Leo. Okay. Show me more, please. And they just showed me like somebody wearing gold bangles. Yeah, you look like somebody who has it together physically, like very refined, like you care about what clothes you put on your back. I just heard like a sharp suit for those of you who wear suits, like tailor. I'm hearing the word tailor. Hmm. I'm hearing the word pencil skirt, pencil skirt. And I'm seeing somebody with like a bow in their hair, but not like in a childish way. It's just like this clip that's really beautiful. They just showed me painted nails. You guys seem to be, and I just heard Virgo. I just heard Virgo there. Someone who like is clean cut, keeps it together, looks very beautiful. You take care of your health, you take care of your bodies, and you take care of the way you present to the world. Yeah. I'm also hearing very soft skin, and I just saw a bottle of cocoa butter. Yeah. And I also just saw Aquaphor. Yeah. So you keep yourself very moisturized. And as I say that, I need to take a sip of water. Yeah, they keep showing me your skin. Like you have this beautiful skin. You would never know what age you are because you have beautiful skin for sure. Yeah, I just heard the words good swimmer. Good swimmer. Yeah. Okay, let's get into some cards here. I'm going to start with the Gemstone Oracle. Okay, let's get some detail about you guys. What do other people see or think about you when they see you? What do they notice? What do they notice, please, Spirit? Show me very clearly. Angels. Wow. And let's get one more. Wow, that's very interesting. I just heard the word dignified, dignified. And we have connection. Okay. I don't know what this card is yet. I'm going to wait on that. I just heard heart chakra, though, with the green heart chakra. Okay. So, angels. very in alignment with the swan energy, very in alignment with how I'm seeing you, very angelic energy for sure. Soft, loving, but a little bit untouchable. A little bit untouchable. Now, I want to connect it to this card, which is the diopside. I have a piece of diopside. Now, I did a crystal reading a little bit ago, and one of the crystals was diopside, and that's how I know this crystal. So I'm going to put this crystal on the table. Now, if you didn't see that reading, you might want to go to that reading and choose the diopside. But the story of the diopside briefly is that the Greeks believed that diopsides were stars that fell from the sky. Okay, that's why they have like this shiny, this sheen to it, and they sparkle. Okay, and they believe that these stars fell from the sky, and when they hit the ground, they turn to stone, but they still embody their sparkle. So for this group, I'm really seeing that that's how people see you, angelic from the stars. And those of you who come to my readings often, you know that the third pile is often the pile of the ascended souls, the ones who are on the high vibratory soul path. Not always, so don't always pick path. Pile number 3 if that's you, but you might feel inclined to pile number 3 again and again in my readings. So I'm seeing that when people see you, I just heard Aries, by the way. I don't know if any of you are Aries or Aries rising. I just see that when people see you, I'm hearing the word otherworldly. Otherworldly. They think that your beauty is otherworldly, but your energy is too. And again, this connection that you have with animals, potentially, whether you know it or not, you probably do, it is not of this earth. It's not of this planet. It's otherworldly for sure. And this twinkle that they're bringing up with the diopside here is very, what's the word I'm looking? It's like pixie dust. It's like you have a magic about you that is that piece that feels untouchable. And I just heard 8th house energy, 8th house. So you guys might be have a very esoteric turn of mind. You might be interested in the occult. You might think really outside the box or live very outside the box, but not in a in your face way. I'm hearing that you're very surprising to people, that they see you and they wonder, like, what are you all about? You come across a bit mysterious, but quite untouchable as well. Yeah. It's a very interesting, lovely energy. So it's intimidating not because you have bravado, but because you hold yourself in this way that just feels different, but altogether magical when people pass you. So animals really resonate with your frequency because their frequency is one of divine love and divine light. And you seem to embody that. Very angelic, very angelic. And they just said to read the bottom of this card. Okay. I just heard that some of you might be mediums. You might connect with people who have passed over from the spirit world. I'm speaking specifically about souls that have crossed over. So with these stars dropping to the earth, like they're showing it to me in reverse, like people who returned to the stars, which is a beautiful way of thinking about the aftermath of physical death, that we return to the stars or we become angels, right? I just realized that. Yeah. So you guys might have this uncanny ability to connect with those who have passed over, or you don't, I'm hearing you don't know that you do, but you will come upon this gift. Okay. So this card says, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So I feel as if people, I'm hearing the word wondrous, people are very in awe of your beauty, but not inciting jealousy in others, but rather inspiring others to cultivate their own sense of beauty. And what a magical gift to impart on others, to incite interest in others' personal beauty. Wow. So people feel starry-eyed, I'm hearing, in your presence, but they don't just look up to you. They look to you for guidance. They look to you for guidance. Yeah, I mean, when you walk into a room, people really notice. And it's not that you take up a lot of space, it's just the space that you hold has a lot of majesty and has a lot of beauty. You really do sparkle. You really do sparkle. Group number 3. Okay, let's get some astrological cards here and get some energies about your characteristics, like how you appear to people. I feel like we got a lot of your appearance, but let's get a little bit further here. Yeah, you might have like a long neck. You might have a long neck. You might be just very elegant. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just heard that some of you might speak light language. People are I just heard the word confused for those people around you who don't understand. They're like, what is she saying? What is she doing? Yeah, I'm hearing like that you might move to the beat of your own drum, I just heard, but it's not in an outlandish way. But people admire that you kind of like do your own thing. Yeah. Yeah, and so with light language, you might connect with the angelics. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling very strongly. Some of you might have a feather tattoo. I'm seeing the feather tattoo like at the hip bone. I just saw that, a feather tattoo. And I also saw one behind the ear. I also just saw a music note behind the ear. Some of you might have really beautiful angelic voices. Oh, this came out. And might have a very strong connection with music, and people like to hear you sing. I just heard people like to hear you sing and think that you have a beautiful voice. Okay. So 12th house. My goodness, you guys, you cannot make it up. I love when we get validation from spirit. So 12th house is the house of transformation. It's the divinity house, in my opinion. It's the house of the divine. It's the house of utter connection with the higher realm. And it's because with all the chakras on the card here, it's very much about being in pure divine alignment with your higher self. Okay, so this is a very what's the word I should use, spirit? Angelic, and I'm hearing the word ascended masters. So some of you might connect with the ascended masters. I'm hearing that you're well on the way. So perhaps this incarnation will put you on the path of becoming an ascended master, where you will not reincarnate again, where this is the life of enlightenment of your soul. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I saw 8th house energy before, which is the house of the occult, which is like mystery. But the 12th house is like way beyond that. It's like you have mastered that. Yeah, there's the word mastery again. Okay. So people may see you as somebody who is very multidimensional, I'm hearing, very multidimensional. Yeah, so you're not just beautiful on the outside, but you're really beautiful on the inside. You have this way about you that is very alluring and interesting and mysterious, right? I'm hearing that some of you also resonate with having been a witch in a previous life and also a wizard in a previous life. Mm-hmm. And that you're cultivating more of these gifts in this life. And this is, I'm hearing a lot of eyes on you, because they're sort of like wondering, what are you going to come up with next? What are you going to put out in the world next? Because you have something otherworldly. I keep hearing that, otherworldly about you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then we have Vesta, Hearth. It's a very interesting card. Okay. I think I just saw 5. Yeah. So first of all, we see 2 5s on the board. So some of you might be a life path number 5. But even if you aren't, the energy of a life path 5 is really like off the beaten path. I think they said go to the beat of your own drum. I think that was this group, right? So the life path fives are like the jokers, and I don't mean humorous wise. I'm talking joker in terms of the deck of cards, the quintessential like card deck. They do things that are very different from others. I would say Aquarius energy, but I don't feel Aquarius in this group actually. I would say more Aries energy if I were to call out a sign right now. We actually did not get a sign. That's interesting. This feels like way outside the realm of signs, to be honest. But if I were to say any sign, it might be Pisces. Pisces and Aries, I'm feeling. Yeah. This feels very much like you do things in your own way at your own time, and it's very magical. Like they're just tuning me into these little. I just heard the word sprites. So we have pixies and sprites. So we have, maybe you connect with the elemental realm. I did see like in the fairy version of the elementals, because the elementals really don't look the way Disney denotes the elementals to look, but I'll go with it, that you've got very small features. So you might have like small ears or a small nose, but I'm seeing quite large eyes, but gentle features. I'm hearing gentle features. But you see like these little twinkles here, again, with the diopside, okay? Now, with the word connection here, again, I'm seeing very connected to the higher realms, this group. Highly connected. I just saw somebody's third eye open. I don't know if any of you recently went through an awakening, but I feel like people are noticing. I heard the word shape shifting. So you might have shifted from the 3D into the 5D, like personified, so that people are actually noticing that you appear different. They're showing me that physically you might look very different to people. That through the transformation that you've recently undergone, you actually appear different to people. And again, very beautiful, very majestic, I'm hearing. Yeah. And I'm hearing the word pinnacle, just this sort of like that you've reached this high point in your life that people are really in awe of. And I feel like people just really notice that you hold that, again, that strength energy. I think we said Leo before. So I mentioned Leo, Aries, and Pisces. Although we didn't actually get a sign, that's just what I was given. Okay, let's go into the tarot a little bit and get just a bit more about this story for you guys. Although I think we have your energy down pat, even though that's too many, Spirit, please. Can you show us clearly? I want to just get a bit more about you guys, but I'm always amazed at how all the cards resonate with the original channeled message. And I just want to thank Spirit for being so clear. Okay, so I just want to make note that 3 cards fell out before and 3 cards came out again now. So the number 3 might be important to you guys in some way. I'm actually seeing angel number 333. Drop a 333 down below or a 555 if that resonates with you guys. Yeah, because that's meaningful to someone here for sure. Yeah, I just heard yes for sure. Okay, I'm seeing some cards that want to come out. And these 2, okay. All right, let's see what we have. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Rods, okay. Let's get them all. I want to see the whole story. The 2 of Pentacles. And the Lovers, beautiful. Okay, so the Lovers definitely connect with connection. So some of you actually might be holding this energy of attraction right now, which may pull in a divine counterpart in your life. Yeah, and with the 5 here, the 5 always feels like a turning point to me. It does feel like the turning point for you right now might be that because you embody so much more self-love with the manganese calcite, which is also about self-love, but definitely this divine love, this very much can be a time for you that somebody, like I am seeing that somebody, I just heard somebody has caught your eye or you have caught someone's eye here, okay? And I think they mentioned something about your hair recently, and you see this woman has stunning, like a mane also again. and there's an angel in this card blessing them. Yeah, it's definitely, I'm hearing a blessed union. Yes. So while this is a reading about how other people view you, I am getting that someone is going to come into their divine counterpart. And the number 3 has come up a lot in terms of timelines in my readings, and that might be important for some of you. The number 3, so it can be in 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm seeing like in order 3 weeks, followed by 3 months. It could also be March time, but that's like the third, the least likely. It's most likely 3 weeks, followed by 3 months, followed by next spring, if you're listening to this in June 2025. But whenever you receive this reading, it can be in 3 weeks, 3 months, or in springtime. Well, March is I would say, right at the start of spring, okay? Yeah. Now, with the Queen of Wands here, you definitely are looking very attractive and very passionate. You're somebody who seems very passionate about what you do, and I'm also hearing and how you do it. So whatever you do in your life, it doesn't have to be just related to career. It could be the way you feed your cat. It could be the way you walk your dog. It can be the way that you swim. Again, swimming is coming up again. Are any of you guys swimmers? You seem to put a lot of passion. Again, the passion is also about how you dress and how you show yourself to the world. The Queen of Wands is very much in this self-assured energy, very attractive, looking good. I mean, this woman is looking right at me. But again, she's not too intimidating, right? But she's in her own energy. Very beautiful, very passionate. Again, Aries, I'm hearing. Okay. You guys are definitely holding that vibration right now. And now finally, Two of Pentacles. Now, I was very intrigued by this card. When we said earlier that manganocalcite really tempers, temper was actually more for aquamarine, but for this particular crystal, it helps with emotional expression. And if you see here in the background of the Two of Pentacles, this boat here is like in these crazy waves, and there's like stirring of emotion all the way in the back here. But this person is just focused on the here and now, on safe ground. So it feels like some people have noticed that you have left behind maybe some kind of tumultuous experience or emotional tumult, and you're in a much more calm space in your life right now. And it might be in relation to your career. So you might have gone through the fire and back when it came to like your career, maybe even past relationships, and you're in a much steady space in your life. Like in the quintessential Rider-Waite, the pentacles are at an angle, almost like he's juggling them. But in this one, the pentacles are even, are balanced. And so it does feel like some of you are in a much greater state of balance when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your pentacles, like how you're making money right now. And people are noticing that stability and they're really enjoying that. What I'm also seeing is that in this card, this person is not actually holding the pentacles at all. Okay, it's above this person's hands. And the way that Spirit is showing this to me is that some of you might have healing hands, wherein the pentacles denote divine source energy. Some of you might resonate with the idea that divine source energy appears golden, at least it does for me in my healing sessions. And so when I see him or her or they, holding this divine light, it feels like you are able to move energy. You're able to move energy, and you're able to manipulate energy in this way that allows people to experience healing. Okay, so you might be Reiki healers, you might be hands-on healers. I just heard the word masseuse. Maybe there's a massage therapist out there. But I'm hearing that you guys actually have healing hands. The last point that they're showing me is that you guys might be very good at multitasking or doing multiple things at once, so that I don't know, it's like people admire how you're able to do. It's not multitasking like I'm vacuuming on the phone and holding a baby. That's not what they're showing me. They're showing me like maybe you have two different business ventures at once, or maybe you have a few things going on where you have like a trip planned and then you have like a big work event when you come back. You're not somebody whose feathers are ruffled easily. Again, that emotional stability. I'm hearing you have your ducks in a row. Okay. It feels very stable, very grounded, and yet at the same time, etheric. Etheric. It's a very interesting energy that you guys have. So I am going to close out the reading there. I really hope that something resonated for you, beautiful souls, angelic souls out here. If something resonated, please let me know in the comments down below. Please like the video, and I would be so honored and so privileged if you would subscribe to the channel so I can stay connected with you guys. Otherwise, I send you so many blessings and so much love, and I truly look forward to connecting with you guys in the next reading. Take very good care.